sense if you have someone play your route pretty quick.
I mean,
Wait, do I need to do it for Endwalker and for Shadowbringers?
But you can mount my join my thing. Play around. You can join my thing. I think it's a 2-seater.
We're in a crossroads
team-
market, that's why you can't.
I'm gonna.
You have to kick Nitro.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'm gonna get a drink. I'm
Just
gonna
making
snack,
a
and then we're
party,
gonna
just
continue the
disband them, just invite
MSQ. We're
back.
gonna adventure through
Yeah.
Heaven's Ward. We're gonna see how much progress we make today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope
Sorry,
you guys
what?
enjoyed
This band.
our
Yeah.
DSR progression.
How do I do that?
Back in a couple minutes.
Right click your name.
Just clear the
it's
party.
fine. Oh yeah, don't that.
This band. Gone. Okay. Let's go, Frago. I don't think I can hop on. Oh, right,
Yeah.
Pilion. Yes.
Yep.
Holy fuck. Alright. Take me. Oh my god, this place looks awesome, dude. If you
Did you
look
play
at...
this?
Yeah, but it's different from the ground, okay? I've never been so high. Take me wherever you want, Aladdin.
Okay. I can show you the world.
What's that blue G's all around?
Blue cheese? Where?
Like up in the
Oh,
sky.
flying. Oh, it's just ether crystals, I think.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what this place is? Do you played through this, right?
I mean, I don't remember much, yeah? I was just... I want to say it, but I was a little bit of a dirty skipper, you know what I mean?
This is where Zodiac was.
You can say this on stream.
It's fine. But you can fly down here. Going in.
Oh, discovered a new location. I've not been here before.
Me neither. Can go
Oh
deeper.
shit, Chad is very angry now. I said I'm skipping a bit. So what is this? Is this the Maelstrom?
That's where
Yeah, that's the Maelstrom.
that's where
This is where
Deathwing
Deathwing
is.
came out.
Yeah, Deathwing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Basically Deathwing.
Square Enix copying Blizzard?
I think this place you remember maybe. That's fine.
But I must say, it doesn't feel like we're going that fast, yeah? Is this the maximum speed you can go, yeah?
I think so.
Yes.
You met the rapid people? Where are they, by the way?
I don't know, it feels like we're on saving energy mode, you know what I mean?
The rocket
Maybe
boosters.
it's because the place is so huge, though. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. Just looks like it.
So the scaling is messing with me. Yeah, this is a cool place, yeah. This is the sun. I'm not a scientist, but I think this is the sun.
We can't land here. Unfortunate. Go to another place.
How about you take me where is the flying ether?
Ether currents? I don't know where they are.
What do you mean? How did you get it?
I mean, I followed my compass.
Use your compass.
Oh.
My
Okay,
compass.
you tell me where we go. You have to use the compass.
How do I use it?
Is it in key items? I don't know. Yeah, it is.
Key items.
Your inventory, and there's 2 tabs at the top.
Uh,
And you can drag it from there.
on.
Oh, collections. No, it was changed. Never mind.
All right, my friends.
what? Okay. Wait. What?
Are you ready?
Collections, Where's? Oh, okay. So it's
Who are these
on
guys?
like the top.
Sound muted.
Alright, where were we? We had just finished speaking with Archbishop Thordan VII, who gave me extremely strong Tywin Lannister vibes. You know what I mean? Like, he was cold. They're discussing unlocking flying. Not important. I'll do it if it happens naturally. Whoops. Let me go in. Who's Tywin Lannister? I don't know, just like a ruthless, brutal, cold ruler. Scheming for power. Alright. Speaking with Alfie. Okay. Those two lines right next to each other in chat are very funny. Hold on. How do I undo? Can I pause this and start it over? It's in Japanese again because of DSR. What did they want with you at the vault? I don't want to lose the cutscene, so I'm going to finish the cutscene and then swap back to English. Yeah, he made very nice with us, but I don't trust him. Nani?
アシエンからの接触を明らかにしたというのか。そうか。奴らはすでにイシュガルドにまで。
Of course the Ashens want to get involved in the Ishgard.
万神の存在を考えれば必然とも言えるかもしれないな。しかし、万神やアシエンと対抗しようにも、暁の仲間たちは。
裁判のドタバタ騒ぎですっかり忘れていたです。仲間といえば賢人の皆さんの情報を集めている時に大変な噂話を仕入れたのです。例の酒場で怪しげな商人さんから聞いたのですが、ウルダ派ではラウバーン局長の処刑が近いという噂で持ちきりなんだそうです。
まずいな。ラウバーン局長が亡き者となれば、七も女王暗殺の真相も闇に葬られかねないぞ。オルシュファン殿からの助言の通り、しっかりとした準備をしてからと思っていたのだが。
We must save him. He's a good boy.
悠長に構えてはいられないな。
Plus, I want to go back there anyway. Saving him would likely also entail saving the rest of our friends.
救い出そう、ラウバーン局長を我々の手で。
Nod. Okay, back to English. I need to remember to do this every time when I go back in and out of DSR. It's going to be funny every day. First DSR pull, it's in English and I'm confused and lost in the fight. And then afterwards, the first cutscene of every day is going to be in Japanese. The next progression race, I need to do in English. No reason to charge headlong into Ulda without a plan. Before we can make a plan, we need to know what's going on. So let's charge headlong into Ulda. Yes. While you were about your altruistic endeavors. Altruistic endeavors? Altruistic endeavors? These people have hosted us at great risk to themselves. Oh my god, Alfie. I acted as an intermediary in trade negotiations between House 410 and a Leminson consortium. An opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I'm happy to report we have a stout ally in Limsa. The Admiral has pledged her full cooperation to rescue Raban. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her. so that we can talk about how to proceed. I told her to expect us both. After all, your presence always makes me look good. When you arrive in Limsa Lumitsa, make yourself known to Sergeant Xanthael at Bulwark Hall, and he will admit you to the bridge. Okay. Alright, so the current state of the story is Archbishop Thordan is some kind of extremely power-hungry ruler, it looks like. Can't tell if he's on our side or not right now, but I'm suspecting not, because he's consorting with Ashens. And we're just starting to begin the process of rescuing our allies. Let's go save Raban. Hey, Letiscus, progression was okay today. We had really good pulls at the beginning of the day, and we had pretty poopy, joking around, not playing very good pulls, including me, of course, during the second half of the day. Andes are weird. Man. The Andes are okay, but the Andes, I can't stand those guys. The Admiral has been expecting you.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
Hog.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Uldar, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Elfino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seed Seer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found.
Hog?
Our argument was simple.
Our reputation is not
Lacking
ruined?
proof to accuse the saviors of the realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen.
So what you're saying is all we have to do is kill all the conspirators and everything is reversed and back to normal. That's what I heard. Only a few people know of their accusations against us, and if we kill them all, it'll all be gone.
There is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seed Seer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana.
Volume handy. No, that's actually true. I always turn my desktop down for progression and then back up for MSQ progression. So let me fix that.
There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Uldan Republic.
You told me about that too.
But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seed Seer and I to lend Rauban a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
Of course, this definitely risked just making Raban a substitute sultana, right? Like it would have been very easy and tempting for him to step up and become dictator because of all the chaos. It's almost a good thing that didn't happen.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo.
Yes. and taking all of the power for themselves. Now they can put up a puppet, a new puppet, because she refused to be a puppet. Nike and Kalian, thank you so much for the subs, my friend.
But they
Appreciate the
must
support.
have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Telegia alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah, could it be? I dare not hope.
Spit it out, man.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Raoban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
You may have too much support.
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Raoban had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location.
If you're not allowed to say that the Scions are traitors who killed the Sultana, then you also can't say we took the leader of the army into captivity because he was part of the conspiracy to assassinate Sultana. Really awkward to say this guy's a criminal when you don't have anything to accuse him of.
Queerly, 'twas not the brass blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
He did kill someone.
The
That is
Crystal
true.
Braves.
But the people, I'm guessing, would have been okay with that.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain.
Uh-oh. Is our implausibly deep-voiced Lala friend Yaya Hussein making his own move?
At any rate, if we're to rescue Raoban, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
Yeah. Okay. Doman ninjas. Raban's survival is vital. We cannot lose him. But I can't send troops into Ulda. You have to do it, Robin. Oh, Alfie's nodding. I'll be glad to send my manservant there. I founded the Crystal Braves, and I will take responsibility for their actions. Surprising, but good. You should seek out our Doman contact in the frontier lands at Revenant's Toll. Do it. Yep, there it is. Nod. Alright. I'm guessing we're about to speak with Yugiri? Man, imagine how confusing it is for Yugiri. She lands in Waking Sands, is denied refuge, goes to Revenant's Toll, decides that we're her friends because we offered her refuge, then all of us are being slaughtered and or exiled. There's a lot of blue exclamation marks down there. Who do you trust? Wrong place? Or am I blind? Up. Up? Tribal fighting, the ninjas are used to it, yeah. They've thrown themselves into our court. Master Robin, I'm glad to see you safe. Even during the victory feast, the Crystal Braves turned on us and took the Rising Stones by force. Amid the chaos, a few of us slipped away unnoticed. We've remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while waiting for you. You've done well by us, we don't forget our debts. We're gonna help you. Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Limsa Luminsa that you're searching for General Raban. He was recently moved from his cell. You Hase were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This is not a coincidence. Their purpose is escorting Raban to the scene of his execution. We have people shadowing the Third. Seek out Doware, where I'm bound, and you will find him. Maybe he's making a move. There's a lot of chaos and there's a big power vacuum and I don't know. Going to YouTube, you know, if they offer enough. Raban is leverage. It surprises me that what they would do with him is execute him, though. There's like 3 potential different factions among the co-conspirators. Tameji, Lolo, and Ilberg. And then Mr. Hase, thought was working with Tameji. Apparently he's not getting along with Lolo. I've been expecting you. We're in a hurry. Yu Hase. No, that's spelled wrong. It's Yaya Huse. Are bound for Hatali. We believe this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Hosen is watching them. Let's join him. Wow. Alright, well, rescuing Raban is going to be way easier than I expected if we can do it outside of Ul'dah. I was worried about infiltrating the sewers. Also, this is a really good storytelling mechanism to avoid us rescuing everyone all at the same time. If Minfilia, for example, is in the cells in Ul'dah, this way we save Raban outside of Ul'dah. We're not like, this is weird, why aren't we saving everyone? Hello, Mr. Hosen. You think all of them are alive? Of course they are. Of course they are. They're our friends. You come at a good time, my friends. But moments ago, the traitor Ilbert arrived and entered Halatali. Stop copiuming. General Raban is being held within. What are we waiting for? A full frontal assault. Kill them all. There's no time to lose. General Alden may be executed at any moment. You must enter and free him. Do what you need to. The superpowers friendship. Yeah. I'm not happy with Robin just being like, okay, bye. Every time another pair of them split off. Saying Moonbrita wasn't your friend. Moonbrita was a nice lady. We're sad she died. Yugiri!
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Lady Yugiri!
Master Alphino, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Try not to funk out anymore, bro.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to record it. For a time, I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Comrades?
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts.
Does anybody say it like that?
Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Rauban is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
True. Nod.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Doware and Higiri with you.
Nod. Oh, shit. He can go invisible. Okay, that was kind of loud.
With me!
Thought y'all were ninjas. Where the heck I am? This way? This way? This way? I don't know.
Away with you!
Way with you. I like how we're killing the people that we recruited and trained. Get stunned, healer.
Leave this to me.
Will not tolerate a healer to heal. Did I just come this way? Man, I'm already lost. I think I'm going this way. I need more bad guys. I need a trail of bad guys leading me to the place I'm supposed to be. Now what? Could go this way, but it's a dead end. But maybe Hosen's down there. Nope, it's a dead end. Well, I didn't find Hosen, but I found Raban. Zoom in on his arm. Aww. He's bound by a magic device, but I dare not force it open. He might be booby-trapped. I've heard of such devices. The Crystal Braves will have the key. Split up and find it. Nod. That will not be necessary. Do not take it personally, my friends. You are the victims of harsh economic conditions. Happily, you will not suffer for long. This poison will convey you swiftly into the bosom of Thal, where I hope to join you in many prosperous years. Ha! Evil smile. He said poison. Why are we pulling out our weapons? You gonna stab the poison? You gonna poke the poison? He said poison. Is this self-killable? Actually kind of confused. Oh, this is killable. I'm gonna stab the iron and it will break. Let us out of the poison. Come, friends. Oh shit. Bad guys. I will tend to the general. See to the mist and the key. Alright, we have to find the key. Oh, and we have a time limit. Oh god, guys. Oh no. Oh fuck. This is a problem. I'm so bad at directions. I can't make my way down a straight street, man. I'm supposed to find a key? Oh god. His health is going up, so I guess that's good. Was there another way out? Maybe I'm going the wrong way. You guys have keys? Why is there jam here? Any keys? Man, now I'm conflicted. Maybe I should have gone down here and looked like in this little thing. Oh man, this is bad. Key? Well, I guess that's a thing. Now he won't be poisoned? Hog! Okay. Also that means I'm going the correct way. Comforted by this. That's not the right way. Aristaro Braves, give me the key. Okay, I see that you're healing. I do see that.
Yeet.
Fox, thank you so much for the 4 months. I appreciate the support. I'm glad you joined the stream. Thank you, my friend. Key? Key! Oh my god, we did it, and it was actually so easy. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Keys are in the guts of traders. Yeah, they swallow them to keep them away from me. Shortcut discovered. Oh, 4 for $4.99. Let Robin out, and then someone give him a robot arm with devices and swords. And some clean clothes and medicine, maybe. General, you are still weak from having your arm chopped off. But we do have to leave. I should have known. What are clever contrivances to the warrior light? Well done, hero. Edelberg, we wanted to kill you. Traitorous friend. You would sooner chop off a friend's arm than not make more money. You mean to fight? Then I will fight you. Excellent! Become deceased, Ilberd. Become deceased. We hate you. Hold on, I want to kill your healer or whatever first. Oh, Goldeneye! I hate you too. Alright, I see you.
I have you now.
What?
It is nothing.
I'm not finished yet.
Laurentius, I've hated you for a long time. Who would have imagined that the person with previous experience as a traitor would still be a traitor?
I'll
Come back here.
from limb.
This thrust kills you.
This changes nothing.
Yeah, fuck Laurentius. We found him. He was betraying his comrades, for money, giving up patrol routes and supplies. We caught him. He went to prison. He got out of prison, got recruited to our organization, and immediately betrayed us to the next person who offered him a lot of money.
It is over, Ilberd. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
You literally told Raban it was you.
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lad, you'd best wake up. The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to.
That's pretty
Can you
true.
not see you're being used? By the Scions, the City-States, even the Crystal Braves. They none of them care a whit what you want. Only what you can do for them.
That's also pretty true. You make a lot of true points, Hilbert.
And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland. And I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing.
You had a trusted position
If we
and a
ourselves are
friend.
not free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Alamigo. Nothing!
Another good point. That's not what you're doing.
You'll not get away!
I think he will.
No, Master Alpha, no. Now is not the time.
He will indeed get away.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
That's what friendship means. It means taking care of them, even when they're crippled or stupid.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
What? Coming from you, that's pretty rich, you little snot.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till it avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lad. Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
What about your other arm?
General, are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope. But I have reason to
I'm going to
believe
give you
that
false
Her
hope.
Grace may yet live.
What? But how can that be?
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without...
Nods all around. I don't want to give you false hope, But I have recently speculated that there's a chance that she might be alive even with no evidence whatsoever. But that shouldn't make you hopeful. The general's safe. What news without? Milady, the guards have been subdued as per your command. One sec, team. Without what? Yeah, I was tempted to make that joke earlier, but she's just being fancy. Saying without to mean outside. I don't want to give you false hope. We're in the last phase. Yep. True. I don't want to give you false hope. But there's a chance this has all been a dream. There's been no further activity. Ilberd and his minions fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, milady. General Alden, I presume. Big stick. And a book. Pray do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she says, go to the Waking Sands. Master Urianger awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. Sussy, 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 sussy. This is no ruse. No, I believe you. I believe that Urianger-san is there. But I don't know what to believe about whether he's on our side. Maybe he's just... It could be, right? This is some Omega Copium, but he could be talking to the Asians as a means of furthering his scholastic investigations of them and how to kill them. That's possible. But on the other hand, that's the Omega Copium. So I'm sure he's there, but I'm not sure that we want to be there with him. Have I told anyone? Or does Robin even know? Did Robin have a vision of the Asians meeting with Urianger-san? Or is that just a narrative aside that I'm aware of? Robin doesn't know. Oh shit. Well, let's see what happens. I have spoken with Urianger on the phone. He confirms man's story. Since Raban is in safe hands, we may as well go talk to Urianger. Of course we would. We always go talk to him about stuff. Because he does research about how to do stuff. Oh, shit. I should pray return. Made food. I also have some food. I have some sauteed carrots. Don't be reading as much of it out loud. Back to the Waking Sands. Salty carrots, no salt, just pepper.
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Sussy.
Father!
Pippin, my son. And Master Papashan besides.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
Pause, champ.
You.
It was I who arranged this gathering.
And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthal, and member of the Syndicate.
Well, so you're a Lala from the same organization with two Lalas that orchestrated a bloody banquet trying to kill everyone that we like, including the Sultana and Raban and Minfilia. Why should we trust you?
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young man, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Good question.
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji.
No shot.
'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
How is this better? He's still bad. He still did bad shit.
God
Kill him.
strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Wow. That's almost like it's not quite not treason. Milady, it's not that I didn't poison you. It's that I used a less lethal version of poison. I'm really a very good servant.
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Correct. You already chopped one in half. Do the
Though
other.
Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck Her Grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something.
No, it doesn't. If someone is about to die, and you prevent that from happening, you have saved their life. Right? But if someone's about to be poisoned, and you just poison them in a different way, and allow all the other bad stuff to happen, you didn't save their life.
And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as
If
not.
you wanted to save her life,
He
all you had to do
craves
is
power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana.
tell Raban. Expose Tameji's plans. Tell the Sultana. Not put intoxicating drugs in her wine.
I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information, and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind.
No, no, no. No, no, no. You don't allow him to profit from his crimes. All of that is cheats to the crown. The crown takes possession of all of Teleji's wealth and then, you know, distributes it to the poor or something.
You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
Some fairly unsubtle instruction there. She will not be allowed to abdicate, the status quo will remain in effect, and all of the syndicate oligarchs will remain in power. Got that, Raban? This is also a very not veiled threat. It's also a threat of, look how easily we could have killed her. Behave yourselves, or we will. I was right about the Sultana. Shut up, that was a guess. In rescuing Raban, we've taken a vital first step to resolving matters in Ulda. We couldn't have done it without you, Robin. Thanks. What's the one that, Dragoon wants? Is it slaying? I don't even know. Man, so we were all just like innocent, hapless bystanders in a secret fucking Lala oligarch war. Doesn't that feel bad? Everything we did, everything we worked on, everything we strove for was just used as tools and parts and pieces of a war between two Lalafell oligarchs. None of us were important in anything. Time to execute Lolo, too. Moshi Moshi. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Another dragon assault. But why wouldn't they? They're, like, immortal. And they've destroyed the wards on the gates. What would we do with that evidence anyway? Leave Marshal Tarupin and the others to investigate and return to Ishgard. Time to stab dragons, yeah. Man, it's time to wash our hands of the Eorzean Alliance. If you guys aren't willing to kill the Lalafells in order to have a clean political economy, then I don't know what to do with you. Hello, Tataru. We were just talking about you. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city is awash with rumors of another attack, and Lord Harchfont is desperate to get a hold of you. He's waiting for you inside. I bet he'd like to get hold of me. My friend. The Dravanians are gathering for war. Master Gelson, Master Level, I apologize for the summons, but we thought it best to summon you. When the bells toll, it's a warning that cannot be ignored. It's time for battle. A band of trappers returning from the west claimed they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nighthawk's minions gather once more for war. But I wouldn't have you fight in one of our wars. I offered you my protection. If I can't ensure your safety here, I can't accept your help either. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice. Remain in besieged Ishgard or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I will not influence your decision, but you should decide now. Where the hell would we go? Every level you put another U at the end of level U. Yeah. He's got such a snotty name for a snotty kid. Though we flee to the ends of the world, no place is free of strife. The Horde is descending upon Ishgard, and her weary defenders must do battle. The Count would have us seek shelter from the storm, but I am tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. Very poetical. I suspect I have some extreme words of wisdom to offer. Let's fight. I like killing. This decision will have grave implications for our order. Tataru should have a say. Let's discuss. You're uncharitable with Alfie? I mean, I would love to be charitable with him, but he keeps giving me reasons not to be. I would be more charitable with him if it weren't for the fact that over the past several dozen hours of gameplay, he's proven himself to be a gigantic douche.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the Horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
It's not like the dragons are bad guys here. It's another conflict caused by human expansion.
With certain notable exceptions.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not?
No. Not really. She said, I didn't mean for the dragons to kill a bunch of children in the city. I just meant to destroy the shields, preventing them from doing that exact same thing.
Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
Uh-huh.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Estinian?
Estinian?
I don't think that having you along would be particularly conducive to negotiations with Nidhogg. Considering that last we spoke, you discussed bloodying your spear in his something or another. Nothing very good for him.
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare.
Your negotiations will fail, but we can use a pretend negotiation to prepare, and maybe I can stab him while we do it.
Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict.
Unless?
With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon.
Alfie.
However, I should only turn to your lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Yes. I'm sure he won't say whatever's necessary in order to join in negotiations.
Perfectly. I shall assume that Isart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emmerich. 'Twould not do to
Because
have the
he would
Lord
tell you,
Commander accused of
don't
consorting
take
with heretics.
Estinian with you to negotiate with a dragon whom he hates with a passion for destroying his entire village as a child. That would be dumb.
Indeed.
Ah,
I
thank you
your
for the
counsel,
advice,
Estinian.
Estinian.
We
I
shall be
would have
honored
told
to have
Imeric
you with us.
otherwise.
I am glad to be of service.
Alfie, tell me you're not actually this naive. We have chosen a difficult road, but if we should succeed in winning Isart to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught. If the Pope decides to strike first against the Horde, we must petition the Lord Commander's aid before we set forth. I only hope that Sir Imeric will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. So, we need Imeric to help us, but we can't tell him why. Because if we do, he'll laugh at us and say Estinian coming along is stupid. Tataru, remain at Fort Temp Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him the Scions will do everything we can to help Ishgard. Yep. Enter the seat of the Lord Commander. Where am I now? Within the congregation of our knights most heavenly. Knights Templar, I must speak with Sir Imeric.
I want the defenses of the outer ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
Mm-hmm.
At once, my lord.
He always sits with his legs splayed. In firm command of his personal space.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors, and unlike those messing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emeric, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins.
Bold claim, Alfie?
I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I wonder what Imeric says to this.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye,
Their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses.
Sounds reasonable.
The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit, the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then. Carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
I mean, from Imric's point of view right now, what has he got to lose? Two great heroes facing Nidhogg. Maybe they kill him. Maybe they slow him down. What's wrong with that? Having secured Sir Imric's support, we may proceed without fear of a preemptive Ishgardian attack. But we still must hurry. History tells us the Dravanians will attack as soon as their horde reaches a critical size. Before that happens, we must convince Lady Iceheart. In short, we should hurry. Alright, first we convince Iceheart, and then we face Nidhogg. Maybe. I believe we have a narrator's POV once again.
Such commotion.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, the dragons are coming. Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us.
A little bit of Sith music in the background.
And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
What kind of present you giving them,
If
I
I may,
wonder?
Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution. We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
Don't you mean the reward is worth the risk?
And what of Estinian and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thornton.
Whoa. So, thank you for the sub. A very timely yeet, Zavaxi. I appreciate the support. So he's been dealing with the Asians in order to obtain some kind of great sword that he believes will lay waste to the dragons. But he doesn't like the Asians.
Yeet.
And he's no longer content with the title of Archbishop the 7th. He wants to be king. Snow, thank you for the sub. I appreciate the support. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the stream. Thank you and welcome. Well, let us proceed. First, we need to tell Tataru. Really? Must we? I shall await you at St. Ryanette's Forum. Tell your friend we will be some time. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. That's true. Okay. Tataru is a gossip. Why would we tell Tataru? She'll tell everyone. Where am I going? I don't actually know. There it is. Does this world have astrology? Listen, I didn't ask that. I said, is astrology real in this world? Of course they have astrology. They were talking about a dragon star. The question was, does the dragon star burning bright mean anything on the real world about dragons? Which I didn't know was true or not. And yes, apparently astrology is real, and that's how astrologians do things. But how was I supposed to know that? I have no reason to know that astrology works in this world. Your character's asked, yeah, but maybe he's just a fraudulent trickster, you know? I don't know. He summons an earthly star, but that could just be special effects. I forgot about my astrologian when I asked that question. It's not my fault. Taru, we'll be gone for a while. Try not to die while we're gone. Okay, be careful. I'll be fine, listening for news of our friends. If anyone can find them, it's you, Tataru. Goodbye for now. You should expect unrealistic things. Well, sure. I wasn't opposed to the idea of astrology being real, of course. You can't expect every unrealistic thing in a fantasy world. Fantasy worlds have their own sets of rules, their own frameworks. I'm not going to be like, this is a fantasy world, therefore, I don't know, unicorns and space lasers. You know, therefore, warp drive, you know? Some things will fit within the framework and some things won't. It's perfectly plausible that astrology is a real science in this land and that a dragon star burning bright portends dragons doing stuff, which is why I asked, is that real? But it's also plausible that dragons have nothing to do with what their stars are saying they should do. All of those exist in Final Fantasy. Oh my god, I'm going to have to work really hard to think of something that doesn't exist in Final Fantasy. She made something for Alfie. What did she make? What did she make? I hope it's a hat. I hope it's a fluffy hat. It's just an outfit and it's quite nice. Also, you're no longer exposing weird slices of your midriff for no particular reason. They're not even like sexy bits of stomach to the cold elements here in Korthus. I'm glad you like it. A good receptionist is always learning new skills. If she made this, that's actually really impressive, and she should no longer berate herself for being unable to achieve all of the things she tried to do before. Because this is quality work. This is real good. You should be proud. I won't fear the cold. And he's always complaining about the cold whilst wearing this outfit that just has slices of his sides showing and exposed to the wind for no reason. Least I could do. Now I'm going to go back and drink. I'm still warmer. Nod. Stop slut-shaming Elfie. I would never shame him if the pieces of skin he was showing were particularly attractive. It's not like he's showing, you know, belly. He's just showing weird bits of ribs. Okay, Santa. Listen, you. Robin is the hottest gender-neutral person on the planet. And everyone here knows it. He breathes through them. He has some kind of weird gills. Why am I lost? I don't know, but I am. Sky Steel Manufactory. We found a new thing to attune. Attune Andy's. Attune Andy's happy. You've said your farewells then. We are ready to depart. Let's search for Lady Iceheart. Isn't it fortuitous that I've had her under my weapon 3 times and let her escape each time? Very well, but she'll prove elusive. Not in my experience, she's easy to find and hard to capture. In the absence of any fresh intelligence, I propose we pick up the trail where she was last encountered, the Kortha's Western Highlands. We'll talk to Sir Redwald. He might know if any heretical activity has been reported in the region. An Iceheart simp? Robin is an Iceheart simp. I'm not. I think we should have stabbed her. But Robin's got something for her. I think she's a bad guy and she's done a lot of bad stuff. But she's cute, that's true. Weren't you siding with the heretics? I don't have any sides. It's weird to call dragons heretics. You're not condemning them for not adhering to your religion. You're condemning them for what they are. That's not what heretics should mean. You're dracophobic. It's not the dragons that are heretics. Anyone that associates with a dragon is a heretic. And we want to kill all the dragons. I'm not on the heretic side, I'm on the dragon side. So you're a heretic. Yep, it's true, I am. I've spoken with Midgardsormr and he has spoken to me. He penetrated me. How could I not be a heretic? The Azure Dragoon I know, but I haven't met this young gentleman. Alfino Levelier at your service. You are not mistaken about how important this is. The Observatorium has warned that the Dravanians gather for another assault. We believe there may be a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find Lady Iceheart. Have you heard of her? You should speak with my men. A patrol is due very soon. You may also want to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretic refuge at Corgania Mills. If possible, they unearthed information. Master Gelson knows the place well. He discovered it. We will divide our forces then. I will stay here, and you two go do the work. And then I'll join you there. Excellent. Come on, Robin. Nod. We're going a long way. Are we flying? Nope, we're walking. Flying is what dragons do, and I would not indulge in such heretical activity. You gotta pick the blue quest now? No, I don't. I didn't mean you got to do it now. That's fine, that's fine. And I didn't mean, you know, that your suggestion was annoying or upsetting in any way. It is true. If I wanted to fly, I would need to click on some stuff and do some things. That's true. No, you're fine. Besides, you have a Greekish name. Diogenes. I remember getting some kind of a pop-up that said, if you want to learn to fly, you need to use some kind of a compass that's under some kind of a menu, that's under some kind of other menu, and then you can look at some currents, and that's most of it, but also you have to do some quests. And then I stopped reading it because that sounded like a lot of work. How was raid? It was reasonably good. We had very consistent pulls for the first part of the raid, and then kind of petered off after that. It's worked on MSQ? Yeah, I want to do the MSQ. It's the same amount of work you did for Endwalker flying. It's cute that you think I can fly an Endwalker Leaf. It's actually adorable. You've been watching my stream for how long? It's half the amount of work as Endwalking flying, which is still, you know, more than... I don't even know how to do that math. Undefined amount more work than I've done. I don't have flying and Endwalker on my Astrologian either. Why would I? All I do is sit in my house, click repair, and teleport to raids. Master Gelson, we have discovered things. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters than we were ambushed by great white beasts. The heretics foresaw our coming and left behind pets to discourage further investigation. Many of us were severely wounded. You can't carry out your duties until these creatures are slain. We can't wait for reinforcements. Please, Robin, kill them all. Okay, see, I mean, I see it, right? I'm not so obstreperous and contrary that I won't click it when it's right in front of me. Here you go. I did it. Just like I feed the Aetheryte Andes little dribbles and drips every now and then. That's for the flying Andes, you know? Enjoy. Thought I was supposed to be killing stuff here. Is it down? Aw, they're polar bears. Poor little bears. I feel bad for the bears. That was the reverse Goldilocks. The bears finally found a home that wasn't too warm or too cold. I kill the baby first? Well, of course, you always kill the ads first. That's just a basic rule of raiding. You've slain the beasts. Thank you, Robin. We can return to our duties without getting eaten by bears. He's giving me a wind-up alpha nod. Kill the weakest first? Exactly, that's why everyone targets healers. You want to find Lady Iceheart, Well, these records have some kind of correspondence. We haven't looked at them closely because we're trying to live through bear attacks, but I bet the letters have more than friendly salutations between lonely heretics. My interrogation was useless. Either we get a clue from the letters or we wander around aimlessly. I guess we have to go read. Heretic letter. Piano's pretty cool in this zone. Anyone feeling this piano? Constellations in the sky are connected to your Astro cards. I actually was watching a cutscene the other day, or yesterday, or maybe even today. I've lost all sense of time because all of my time is spent either sleeping or in Eorzea. And there were 5 very bright stars in a pattern, and I wondered, I wonder what significance that has. That's probably some kind of Eorzean constellation that I should know. Have you recovered their letters? Yes. Splendid. Added to the contributions from Master Level and Sir Estinian, we have more than a dozen letters. Surely we will find the intelligence we require. These pages record dealings between the Gorgane Mills heretics and their fellows in Ak-Afa Amphitheater. Requests for food, clothing, and provisions. Iceheart's followers must still live there. The Ask quests are pretty good if you want to do them sometime. I have done them, whilst watching Netflix on my other monitor and spamming the escape key. Does that not count? The Ak-Afa Amphitheater, the very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva. Was it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of a treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. They got skipped by the boost. I remember that I had to do some kind of a healer job quest or something before I could do Eden. I remember this because I didn't have sleep on my bars, and it was a mandatory part of the quest. Maybe it wasn't specifically for astrologians. We must place our faith in the Ethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Moonbrida succeeded in recreating the Ak-Afa beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, we assumed the resultant Aetheryte would only be temporarily viable, but given that the heretics of the mill seem to be in regular contact with their brethren at the amphitheater, I bet it still works. Let's go. Correct me if I'm wrong, Estinian, but in the course of mapping the tunnel system, you did discover a passage leading into the Western Islands? Maybe we could reach the Aetheryte from this side of the wall. Indeed, House Stern there posted soldiers there, and they will not deny us entry. Now, I'm quite certain that the class quests for Dragoon have been fun, entertaining, and rich with lore relevant to both the MSQ and what we're doing in DSR. I'm certain that the other job quests are similar, but like I have said, I'm focusing on MSQ right now. Doing other stuff like other jobs and side content and side dungeons would be post MSQ stuff to do. Paladin in shambles. I'm something of a simp for paladins. Maybe you don't know. Is there a rush I'm missing? They just know that there are years worth of content and that I'm old as fuck and could keel over at any moment. And then I want to ensure that in the few moments I have left to me, I indulge in the best possible content. And I appreciate it. I do. Chat said ARR was bad. It's true. Every day of me slamming through ARR for 12 hours a day, someone in chat would be like, this part sucks. Just wait until the good part. Like you're trying to convince me I wouldn't like it. But I understand that again was coming from a place of hoping that I would move past what you consider to be inferior content to better things. See you. ARR hate is overrated. My guess, based on things that I've heard you guys saying, is that the ARR hate is in large part fueled by two things. First, a love for the game and a fear that content that many consider to be boring will drive people away from the game before they get to the part that you love. Right? You're passionate about it and you really, really are eager for someone that you like to also be passionate about it. It's like when your girlfriend doesn't like a movie you want them to like or something like that. That's number one. And number two is, I suspect many of the biggest fans of Final Fantasy have been playing for a very, very long time. And when they did ARR in its unabridged form, they remember it being full of filler bullshit quests that pissed them off and made them want to quit. And they want to assure me that it's worth it despite that, without recognizing the large impact that apparently was caused by the redo of ARR, resulting in a lot of that crap being eliminated. Those are my guesses. Hello, Trista Chambale. The guests of House Fortome, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if you want. Love this music. Me too. This piano is sick. It's really good. Assuming the Akafa beacon still functions, and we must pray to the 12 it does, we shall arrive in mere moments. I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, but we should be prepared for a frosty reception. I get it. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly those who have stabbed them before. Robin? Impressive structure. I wonder how old it is. Maybe you should ask its occupants. They seem quite friendly. Two magicians and two stabbers. Dogs of Ishgard. Is it not enough that you banish our beloved saint? Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? We come in peace. We have a flag of parley. Wait, did anyone bring the flag? We forgot the flag of parley. Still, we come in peace. Do you think us fools, boy? It'll take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and we know what he's capable of. I told you it was dumb to bring Estinian along. He's literally a Dragon Slayer, and you're taking him to negotiate with a dragon and dragon worshippers. My reputation precedes me. Notice how he's not trying to allay their fears. He's like, indeed, I am here to kill you all. How many dragons has Robin killed? We don't talk about that. I'm only doing what I'm told. I don't have any moral agency, therefore I also have no moral responsibility. Do you attack first? Do we attack first? I attack. It's like when you were a lawyer for really bad people. Wait. What do you say? I reject this equivalency. What do you think the Cane Waver is doing? More. What does Dragon's Blood mean? It means he just doesn't take damage? Yeah, kind of. Oh, and turns into a dragon. That too.
Know your folly.
Know your folly. God, they keep coming. What do you guys think it'll do for our negotiations that we're killing literally everyone? Hey, Nidhogg. Nidhogg. Remember those worshippers you used to have? Had no choice. They fight like demons. Flee! Fall back, brothers. People leave. No sign of Lady Iceheart. If only we could have questioned one. What would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush await us, it's certain there will be more heretics to question. The cinders, you say? What's that? I suspect it's the heretic's way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years past, it's told that the Azure Dragoon of the Age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto death and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Sea's sorcerers. Before long, a rain of ash and cinders began falling upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of grey. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. because I say so. A fascinating tale. Let's go there. Nod. I enjoyed the sudden, unexpected exposition accompanied by music. The dreaming dragon is far to the west, but first, we need to visit the Twin Pools. Their leader may have information for us. Maybe you don't know that either. The Convictors are dragon slayers, sort of. But I bet they run into their fair share of heretics. If we're walking into a trap, I want to know everything we can. Excellent idea! Let's go! I like how Alfie is slowly just turning into Estinian's manservant. Has Estinian ever had an idea that Alfie doesn't agree with? Can't think of one. Alfie wants to bed together. Thirsty little boy. Who wouldn't be an Estinian simp? God knows I am. Should I go up here? I'm worried. Let's just see what happens. Too busy looking at expansion tier lists? So far, I mean, it's early yet, but so far I would say ARR is the best expansion that I've played of Final Fantasy XIV. It was sick. Top tier. Gotta give it the S slot. I can't think of a single expansion that I've played better than ARR. What's crazy is that all of you spend so much time insisting that everyone should play the free trial. And then spend a lot of time convincing them that ARR sucks. And why? And why? Because every time you die during DSR progression, you require a new body. Disgusting. I can't believe you guys. Baiting these people in and then convincing them to leave so that when you die during progression 500 times, you can just yoink that poor character's free trial body for use in your adventures. Not a cult. Well, well, well. What's up? The hard-eyed lad looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days before you die in the snow. I beg your pardon? My name is Alphino Levelier, and you have no right to speak to me that way. Don't judge so quickly. I've seen him kill heretics with a flick of his wrist. And a book. The Azure Dragoon graces our camp. Forgive my disrespect. I lead the Convictors. I kill dragons. May I ask why you're here? We need to find Iceheart. Ah, Iceheart. Never seen her. But, my men don't always, make good reports. Talk to them yourself. You might learn something. Yep. Those losers don't know that Robin's an Azure Dragoon. In fact, almost no one knows that Robin's an Azure Dragoon, including Alfie, who's been wandering around doing stuff with me for, like, years. Only Estinian gave me credit. Only Estinian stood up for me and said, "Yo, Alfie, the dude standing right next to you is an Azure Dragoon. What are you doing?" Dressed incognito? Santa was obviously a dragoon. Robin and Estinian, let's go through the camp and see what we can learn. Nod. Nod. Dual nods. Hear your voice as white noise while studying for finals. I mean, I'll take any kind of viewer I can get. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray, speak with as many as you can. A boorish Benneret. Nope, I don't know any heretics. Hey, do you know any heretics? No. I hunt dragons, not heretics. Chad. Looking for heretics? Go bother someone else. I have enough trouble keeping everyone fed and clothed. No business of mine what folk do with themselves in the wilds. Your stream makes me want to go to bed, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. You're not the first person to say it. Nor will be the last. And it doesn't bother me in the least. Something I can help you with, my lord. Yes, I'm looking for Lady Iceheart. Heretics, is it? I've heard of some. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. God knows we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it please, my lord, I am Perique, a soldier by trade, though not much of one, if I'm honest. If it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, you see. It was by order of Sir Jantelot's father. As long as they keep paying my wages, I'm not too fussy about my work. Not everyone's as patient as me. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. Once they get to thinking about how unfair it is, it doesn't take much for heretics to turn their heads. A simple promise of freedom. Wow. It turns out having indentured soldiers is never a good idea. That explains how Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. You guys were pissing people off and then bringing her begruntled recruits. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretic stripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the Western Highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you tell the heretics that you're serious about joining. Send up purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Well, maybe I'll start a fire. Estinian started the fire. Estinian wishes to prepare a signal fire to lure in the heretics. Look, Aether Current for free. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it happens, I once heard of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire, which made purple smoke. You're a monster hunter, White Robin. Go get some yak hides. Master Elfenod, you and I will gather wood for the fire. We'll meet together again at the Dreaming Dragon. We have to go kill some woolly animals so that we can have some purple fire. Feels a little bad. Are you a woolly animal? I'm sorry. That's one. Oh, hi plushie. Your noises scared me. Alright, we return the woolly animal for the fire. Deliver the yak hides to Estinian. I missed. Current. Fear not, flying Andes. We'll be flying in no time. At this rate. Seems that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphanod. He must have had a privileged upbringing. Ha. Yeah. Wealthy aristocrat. Alright, purple smoke.
Ah, I should have known it
Wow,
would be...
you're fast. Were you waiting for us?
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent.
You can trust Estinian to have good intent.
Now, tell me why you are here. So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion.
Mm-hmm.
If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest.
I'm sure that's true.
Shall I relate it to you?
Yes.
The sordid history my gift has shown me. That
Absolutely.
which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress.
Exposition.
'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elizan tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman.
Eva,
That woman's
posture?
name was Shiva.
Dun dun dun.
While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons.
Parley?
And in so
Is
doing
that the word?
discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm Hraesvelgar in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elizan is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade.
I.e., your bugs.
Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelgar, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that
Whoa.
their spirits might be entwined
Now that's
for
a kink.
eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelgar ultimately gave in to her plea.
Oh my
And
god.
soon thereafter, the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny,
Looking at
no
you,
amount of
Vistinian.
conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
What part of that was wrong then? You have not elaborated.
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
Could be that he's trying to make you go there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
He believes you'll defend your people and he can
I
get you
believe
there.
reason has all but left him. Through the
Easier
Eye,
than catching you
I
in your
feel
own.
much of what Nidhogg feels. And the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
Interesting if true.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgar instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him.
Hog, gonna talk to a dragon.
Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgar resides.
Hog. Oh, snap. Echo seizure. Yes. What the hell? Why? Man, here we go again. It took me forever to get all 6 of those. Then they reset me back to 0. Now I gotta fill them back up again. It's all Thordan all the time.
Is autumn mist, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
So my point when I said interesting if true.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
My point when I said interesting is true is that Estinians all like, oh, there's no point in negotiating with Nidhogg. He's a ravening beast, maddened by his thirst for vengeance, and only sated by an ocean of blood. Is that we recently saw Estinian standing on a cliff railing at the sky about how he desired nothing in this world more than stabbing Nidhogg and watching his blood spill everywhere. Which makes him an unreliable source for his avowed enemies' motivations, willingness to negotiate. You're Robin, yes? What do you mean? We've talked 3 times. Hi, Ysael. History is full of unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania? The chill of the Western Highlands is unrelenting, and I would rather be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. Chocobo Forest sounds like something you'd find in a chocolate factory. Not attuned. Not attuned. Hold on. Oh, you're gonna drive me? Nice. Can't do it on a horse. She was Iceheart and you were the Warrior of Light, and now she's Ysael and I'm Robin. Our rapprochement becomes more inexorable. Soon we'll be snuggling together under the Chocobo Forest.
Beyond Abalathia's spine.
Oh shit, are we coming again?
A mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
Fog. Hello, Ysael. I have come. We stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest's branches. It'll be a long and demanding journey. I suggest we rest up ahead and get food. There's a village here, but dragons live here. Why would anyone live with dragons? The wild chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling their beasts. Their leader, Marsham, is an acquaintance of mine. As a gregarious sort, he will welcome our arrival and possess more recent knowledge of our road. Okay? Cease this ceaseless chatter. If we are meet this acquaintance of yours, let it do it before Ishgard burns. Justinian is anxious to start stabbing dragons. This is pretty. Isn't it pretty? Enjoyers. Marsham. Well, tan me hide and call me Leatherface. We have a visitor. The loveliest sail. Been too long. That it has, Marchamp. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Somao. Can we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for our journey? Yes. In fact, you should stay. The dragons have been murderous lately. Do the dragons not bother you in the forest? Did Ysayle not explain things to you, boy? You've seen those towering Calum trees about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. Okay. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop the sail here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Talking like that requires more water. Redneck. Real voice. Hold on. I think the hic got caught in my throat. Give me a second. All right. Education retrieved. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons. Well, I'll tell you, the bloody nath. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling with a megala crab and taught the damn thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they got a lot more aggressive lately, sending out war parties for moms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they do venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Nath's home territory. All right. Well, seems like we've got some unruly natives. See, much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause strife when I lived here. You lived in Dravania? Was it not clear that the avatar for Shiva, the dragon lover, would not mind living in Dragonland? In the time following the calamity, my family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold in these lands. I didn't know the paths of the forest and wandered out from the protection of its bows. Bows? Bows? That was when I chanced upon Railsvilgar. He had descended from his mountain there to hunt for food. I couldn't contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence forced upon me. Thankfully, Marchamp found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees, and nursed me back to health. I remained in Tailfeather for some time. Which is how you know these people. But you were saying they were once peaceful? Peaceful is not the right word. They're fiercely territorial, and anyone intruding on their land will be attacked. Outside the borders of their land, however, they're rarely hostile. We could even trade with them sometimes. They have changed then. Who cares? We don't have time to sneak around. Head straight there and kill anyone in our way. A direct path then. Sounds good. It's west. From there we should have a fair view of the road leading to Sawmal, shall we? I like how she's just like, yeah, okay. There might be something causing the unruly natives to have some kind of a disagreement with their neighbors. But who cares about that? Let's just go where we're going and kill anyone in our way and everything will be fine. Alright, how do I get where I'm going? This way. They're just bugs. We're all bugs to the dragons. Estinian smelled the stench of a side quest. It's very clear there are some side quests here. Probably dealing with the locals' relationship with the native inhabitants. Estinian says, no, Ishgard is in danger and I am eager to shed blood of dragons. Manifest destiny, some Dragonland. Sounds pretty hot, actually. Unless those Dragonlands have dragon foreigners in it. Aha. The Stained One defeating any foes who stand in your way. I believe there are some native inhabitants in my way here. Yes? The other locals. That bug had a family, then it shouldn't have fought me. Is that a lion? It's a Bandersnatch. Good lord, that's so funny. Some of these writers had a serious love affair with Lewis Carroll. I'm joking. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Take off your hats. No hats allowed here. I would never deliberately antagonize any Andes of any kind. Everybody's stressed. I'm sorry. That was a low blow. Dodge? Oh, maybe I dodged. I can't tell. Over leveled. Oh god, bad ending. Did it on easy mode. Start over. Shepard, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I really appreciate it, my friend. I'm so grateful for the support. Thank you. You're mad at me? Oh. Hi, Mizuzu. Yeet. Thank you so much. Oh. Hi, Mizuzu. Yeet. Blood currents. Tart red berry found growing throughout the Black Shroud. Yeah, thank you so much for the currents. Chat doesn't have enough of them. I now have enough currents. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Should we chance to meet Marchamp again, remind me to thank him. If he hadn't warned us about the Nath, I doubt we'd be standing here. Amid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian, the style betrays a definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alfino. This structure is 1,000 years old, a remnant of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this as evidence of our harmonious past? I was taught these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rubble inspires no awe in me. I believe Estinian is still a denier of Ishgardian Dravanian peace. Zinnia, thank you for the sub. I really appreciate the support, and I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Welcome. Stubborn fool. How desperately you cling to the false teachings of your holy see. Enough, both of you. Stop complaining. Robin, please, reason with these two. Even Robin's tired of you guys. Grunt. We have a common goal, lest you forget. Preventing a war. Learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Robin's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Robin's visions confirm the truth? Very well, but bait me not. Why would he believe Robin's visions if he doesn't believe her visions? Fanatical belief, as an article of faith, is always resistant to evidence no matter what the source. I'm not saying he's wrong. I don't know who's right here. But he believes it as an article of faith, that dragons are evil, and that humans consorting with them are evil, and therefore that the Ishgardians could never have been lied to them. You can't beat that with evidence. Our meeting with Hraesvelgar will provide the catalyst Robin's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Pressing on. Something's attacking me.
Yeet.
Yeet. Orlando Brave. Thank you so much for the sub. Really appreciate the support. I'm grateful. Thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful week. He's your Dragoon brother. I feel like we're both competing for sole title of Azure Dragoon, and perhaps even for possession of Nidhogg's eye. Would you fight the dragons if your daughter was a dragon? No, I'm not sure I would fight the dragons if I was dropped directly into this world. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west? Ishgardians know them as Annex Trine. The place serves as a roost for Hraesvelgar's lesser kindred. Said the Dragoon, indeed. If we're to reach the peak of Somol, we must first beseech these dragons to let us through. But don't be scared. He's a friend. We're more concerned about the disposition of the Nath. Survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. Yeah, I just like the jumping. The jumping is cool, right? Like, Dragoon jumping? Really cool. So we get animation locked into AoE. Yep, until that. If I was dropped into Eorzea, I would go to hospitality school, being mentally a servant and bring her hot chocolate every evening. In order to do that, you'd have to get Tataru fired. Why did I dismount here? I thought that was a quest thing, but it's a water spray. Definitely hasn't happened. I've gotten hit by one thing because I jumped what I thought was over it, but was in fact clipped by it. I mean, the animation locks are definitely a thing. It's like whirling Dragon Punch in World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft doesn't have very many animation locks, but whirling Dragon Punch literally puts you in the air, just like jumping. And when you're in the air, you can't move sideways, you can't move forward, you can't move backwards, you can't dodge stuff. These jumps are essentially the same as whirling Dragon Punch, right? During the jump, you can't move because you're in the air. That's long enough to occasionally kill you, but you can obviously outplay it, and you obviously should. The road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Marchamp did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they would threaten the dragon so openly. Are they going to assault the lair itself? I hope not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are vulnerable to the Nath's guns? They have guns? Oh shit. I'm not sure. Maybe this is their land after all. Maybe they have the right of the dispute. Maybe we're intruding on their land. After all, if they have guns, there's no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. Man, I thought that they were just beastmen. I thought that they were squatting on the land of righteous colonists. But if they've got the guns, they might in fact be in the right. That looks like a stick. I was told you had guns? Granado. Boomsticks, muskets, blunderbuss, Rudy Tooty point and shooties. I like that one. Beastman that's racist? I don't think it would be racist, but it might be sexist. It's 100% racist? I'm not sure. It would be racist to ascribe to one individual or group of individuals any attributes that you consider universal to that group, right? Creating these groups and then ascribing to all individuals of that group universal traits, that's racist. But simply having a name for people of a specific kind isn't racist. Beast is derogatory. Any word, if used as an insult long enough, can itself become a racist term because it becomes imbued with that derogatory meaning. If beastmen in Eorzea has reached that level, then it's a racist term because it is imbued with a history of derogatory usage. But if it is simply descriptive, then it is not inherently racist of itself. What if the name means animal people? But that's a descriptive term, right? We could have any descriptive term. We call them animal people because they have animal attributes. Now, I don't have long enough history with the Eorzea's language to know whether the term Beastman has a derogatory history that would cause it to be itself a racist term. Maybe it is. Yeet! Luvan, thank you so much for the Prime sub. How you doing, my friend? Doing some DSR. I am doing some DSR, although not right now. Right now, I'm killing otherly configured people called the NAF. No one's actually taking offense. We're just having a fun discussion about a fantasy game. No one's actually taking offense right now. As a mood with DSR, I'm having a lot of fun. Alright, we're going in. Keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. Don't you dare stab Hraesvelgar. On my word to the Warrior of Light, I will start no fight, only finish it. You truly are beyond salvation? Come then. I identify as a Sahagin. I'm pissed, indeed. Estinian's so cool. It's crazy how cool he is. He's gonna finish the fight.
Vidofnir!
Dragon. Kind of a little one, though.
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight.
Speaking, Malchuk?
Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's
Seriously,
stolen eye?
why did we bring Estinian to a peace negotiation?
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
You forget
Excellent
yourself,
diplomacy.
sir.
Excellent.
We are here on a mission of peace.
Maybe you are, but Estinian is not.
My sire's will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hraesvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Nath's
The
gore.
Nath have a primal.
Yeet.
Tarava, thank you for the
The
sub.
Nath have summoned a primal.
Odd. Primals are
Pray
our
excuse my
speciality.
forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed? 'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
We don't care if you die trying to kill the primal. Go away.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. I must our
Yeet.
every bid for peace breed yet more war.
Thank you, 67. I appreciate the sub. Estinian, want to help me kill a primal, or... Sail. What say you? The Nath have summoned their primal, and thus the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Although it's the same old story once again, feeling their borders encroached upon in fear, they summoned their primal tempered them, causing increased aggression, causing fear amongst the humans, causing increased aggression. An unfortunate cycle. Aren't you glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning the primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. Oh, snap. I did not summon Saint Shiva for my own ends. I wanted her strength to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But why would I talk about peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction? Shut up, both of you. Let's go kill the primal. But first, what is it? You were right, of course. Let's return to Tailfeather and consult with Marchand. He knows more of the Nath than we do. Sinian kind of got a point there, though. Kind of got a point. It's not like you went out of your way to avoid harm to other peoples while you summoned your primal. Alright. Marchand. Aetheryte. Alright. How much anxiety were you experiencing when I opened that map? It is reasonable, of course, to click the Aetheryte. We probably have to come back here. No, you can take off your hat. It didn't happen. No hats necessary. This is a hat-free zone. There is a lady in the room, gentlemen. There is a lady in the room. Confused by your bars? My bars are sick. As soon as I finish with them, I'm going to turn these ones invisible. And then all you'll see is this, and it'll be beautiful. Back already, are we? Met the Nath, did you? And what are you trying to do? They have a primal. We need to kill it. Summoned a primal? 7 hells and damnation. I don't know bugger all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trading habits, there never seemed much of a point in asking. But it shouldn't be hard to find out. We barter with a small hive northwest of here, outcasts from the main tribe. They'll probably tell you a bit about themselves if you bribe them. Do the voice? I can't do the voice, it already hurt my throat. What would a Nath consider? Oh, it's going too fast. Ah! Ah! Stop it! What would be an incentive? Nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two, but seeing as you're in a hurry, you might divide the chores amongst yourselves. You need lamb trap nectar, kalim tree fruit, and young Nanka flesh. Nobody skipped. It's all here. I will gather the fruit. Leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants is no challenge for me. How do I get rid of this again? There we go. And I shall collect the nectar, which leaves me to bring home the meat. Carve it from the smaller Nenkas that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks of meat. More innocent animals dying for our ambition to make peace with dragons. Once you got everything together, set it down at the trading post. Thank you, Master Marchand. Let us do our respective tasks and reconvene. The last one there is a rotten Nanka egg. Have you seen Preach doing Tataro's voice? I haven't. Perhaps we should trade. He can do Totaro and I'll do the Hicks. fact, he can do all the Lala voices, as far as I'm concerned. Help! Help! I need to get over this small 8-foot incline, and I can't. If only there was a way. Well, shit. Where is the way? Found the way. Thank you, Kurashiki. I appreciate it very much. Very kind, very kind. No one needs currents when we have stream instead. All right, hunks of Nanka flesh. You guys are the Nanka? They're like I don't know what they're like. Platypi? Mixed with a lizard? Anyway. It's like a big water bear. A really, really, really big water bear. It was you, Cloudrest. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Deliver them to Alphanol. Man, this rocky, difficult to navigate terrain. 100% drop rate fetch quest in my fantasy game. Yeah. A fantasy game should have animals that don't have hooves. Please don't be up. Okay, he's not up. Any zebra hooves? I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar, though I would not have known how to harvest it without Ysael's help. Do you have the Nanka meat? Yes. Splendid! We'll assemble a suitable, generous hamper for the Nath. Well, everything is in order. Oh, and what time is it? Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I would be suitably impressed. Because you're always impressed with yourself, you... How long must we wait? Oh shit. Alfie, should we have sounded a signal or some such? that was not a Freudian slip. Calm yourself, Master Alfie. They've noticed our offering. Oh good, they're here. It's been a long time since hunters brought us gifts to trade. nectar, fruit, and flesh. What delectable foods you've brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters, come to our hive if you would trade. Our homes are cramped and stifling, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, rancid. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws. Come, come, it is not far. I need them to tell me about the primal. I actually have no idea what primal they would have. Dragons eat people? No, dragons are eating beast men. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are the Vath. Welcome. You've brought delicious food and we're happy. What do you want? Blah, 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 blah. Tell us about your primal. Knowledge of the primal, strange hunters. But if it's words you desire, words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind. And to speak is our fate. What does that mean? Are they yearning after telepathy? You will hear the tale of the Nath's god, the One Mind, summoned into our midst. The One Mind, the Nath residing in the main colony. Oh! Like a group consciousness? Oh, okay, I get it. There's a hive with a group consciousness, and they are exiled from it, and they have to speak because they don't have a hive mind. Cool. I wonder how you'd feel. Lonely or free? They are one. Let us begin the story at the beginning. Some moons ago, a dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive where it was swarmed by my brother. And with spear and spell and AR-15, the dragon was slain. Likely one that had fled battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job. Shut up, Estinian. You shut up. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the Overmind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The One Mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dun dun dun. Asians, causing more primals to be summoned. Dravani lands would become Nath lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Oh my. Good story. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good, conscious that I do so at grave cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil, and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. I see myself as the hero of my story, because, naturally, I must be the hero. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I'm aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. It's the same thing. To a scion of the seventh dawn, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best. But, regardless, my grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity, and while I may not condone your actions, I do understand them. Not so the Nath, as you so rightly put it. If they truly seek nothing but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom you know nothing. Has it occurred to you, he may be sending the Warrior of Light to his death? No? He's killed a lot of primals. You're okay with it, right, Robin? Nod. Wait, Robin need not face this foe alone. I too am blessed with the Echo's protection, and I too can do battle without fear of primal influence. I will bear this burden. Nod. Do you think yourself a second Warrior of Light? How many primals have you faced, milady? Not that it matters. We don't know where the god is or how to challenge it. Unless you mean to pray until it appears? Good lord, Stinian. Estinian does make a valid point. Let's at least learn how to talk to their god. In this, I may be of assistance. Nod, nod, nod. Nods all around. The young lord is eager to prove his worth. And in that way, manipulable? Alright. Tell me about your primal. We are Vath, the non-mind. We do not hear the one mind, and we cannot predict their will. Cut off from your people. Don't try to do this, guys. If you meet with our god, he'll kill you. You wish to meet our god? Easy. All you have to do is offer yourself as a sacrifice, and you'll be brought before him to be eaten. That does seem like the simplest way. You're generous hunters, yes? Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all, Vath. Maybe bring us one more. We're very fond of Nanka flesh. We would love to have some Nanka. Okay, that's a weird segue, but sure. I'm gonna go get some more meat, and then they'll let me be a sacrifice to their god, I guess. And then we'll kill him. You want sushi? Man, I want sushi. I would love some sushi right now. Backstrat. We always try to find a way to sacrifice the tanks. One of these days, Scrap is going to successfully make a sacrifice strat for Final Fantasy. You'll be so happy. Supposed to go around, right? Streamer's so lucky. I know streamer benefits are real. Final Fantasy developers turn 100% drop rates on if you stream the game. I had one in Eden. Did we have a sack strat in Eden? We had a sack strat on our very first Eden fight ever, right? We just had mirrors die. We did. In the very, very first Final Fantasy fight we ever did, we just had mirrors die. And on the very first one. Good times. Later, our tanks started being more resistant to that because they didn't want damage downs. This game is so different, right? Because damage downs are a huge, huge loss for death. Yeah, we've had like a bad history with tank busters, I feel like. We just don't do tank busters right. And I wonder if that's not because like Roger and Scratch just, you know, kind of ignore them and trust the tanks to deal with it. So we use immunities when we shouldn't, or let them die when we shouldn't. Say that nothing works except immunities and don't ever figure out how to actually do them right. I think that's a theme of our progression on a lot of bosses. Have you been out hunting? Yes. Have some flesh. A gift for the Vath? Mmm, delicious. The senses of the one mind are enmeshed by the overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath, and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. You guys sacrifice harsh font every time you use the instance to get to the checkpoint. Listen, I tried really hard to save him the very first time we got there. Nothing worked. Vath allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I'm beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like overmind is at the center of Nath society, and its presence allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. Involden replaces Sax. Yeah, Involden is very different, of course, and since all tanks have one. And Frago is, of course, exactly right, that there is a huge amount of tank damage from those tethers going into a huge amount of tank damage from the tank busters immediately thereafter. And it is hard to do without Invuln, but it is doable. And I'm still not convinced that we know everything about those tank busters. We kind of just take them and do them, but we never tested like random stuff like maybe they do less damage the further you are away. Maybe like the first impression we had of those is when our tanks took those lines to the nearest corners and they were like, holy shit, this does 11 billion damage. We have to invuln it. And then we started taking them further away, and then it started becoming apparent, well, oh, I guess we don't have to invuln, but it still does a lot of damage. We could probably get them even further away if we did what we did on Thordan version 2 and crossed them and got a little bit of extra distance. We don't know how they work. We just kind of found something that does work and we go with it, even though maybe it's not optimal. The Nath who inhabit the larger hive are known as the One Mind, and it was by their will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive are the Vath, or the Non-Mind, who for reasons that yet escape me seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their Nath counterparts. That's true, we don't know why. Except that they kind of alluded to it, right? They said that the god was voracious and scary, so they left. It's not possible? It is possible. You would just switch Frago and Netro, right? Instead of them going in a direct line from their night to the sides of where we all hide, they would cross, and they would go on the other side of each other, and the lines would be another, few meet? What's a foot? Oh, malms? I don't know. Inches? They would be a little bit longer and reduce the damage they take even more if it does reduce damage based on duration, which we don't know because we never tested. I said meat. Meat for feet. Those who reside in the small hive are the Vath. Oh yeah, we read this already. The nature of their god, we don't know. The Vath told us one approach to get to the Primal, as sacrifices. If we allow ourselves to be captured, The Nath will take us before their deity to make an offering of our souls. Ilm, Fulm, Yalm, and Malm. Is Fulm a thing? Is it a foot, inch, foot, yard, mile? Makes sense. It is, after all, the best measuring system in the world. Forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed their custody, and wait until their god arrives to claim your soul. Freedom units indeed. Yep, that's my plan. What do you think, Robin? Sounds great. Judging by the great risks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a man to err on the side of caution. Nod. I wish I could fight at your side, Warrior of Light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphinaud. I guess that's true, right? He's a dragoon, he's specialized in fighting dragons. A primal could temper him and he'd be helpless. Then it's settled. You and I, Robin, shall challenge the guards, become sacrifices, kill the primal. Alright, time to provoke the Nath drone and eliminate resistance until they capture us. You know, this is making a big gamble that the way in which they'll kill us is sacrifice instead of, you know, dinner. We already know that they enjoy flesh. Freedom units, but it was made by the UK. Yeah, and like a lot of things that the UK started, we took it with guns. Thanks, British. Yoink. My freedom units now. I feel attacked. I'm sorry, Cloudrest. We love our British cousins. Try staking the NHS next. Oh, damn. Yeah. Nothing more American than French fries and pizza. You got that damn straight. You darn tootin' know it. That guy just spit on me and then walked away. Intruders! Die! You gonna take that? I mean, yeah. What can I do? He spit on me and walked away. Giga Chad. Why can't I attack? Oh, because it thought I was mounted. So. Love the big shell. It's a cute mount for sure. I like the sheep better, but the crab is cool. The Overmind must be aware of our intrusion now, since we killed 6 of its fingers. Let's go on in and make sure that we have their undivided attention. Exactly, Zerla, you know it. Fight your way deeper into the hive. Okay. Okay. A little bit tight, but all good. If only there were an animal companion. Alright, alright. Here you go. Bird! Bird. Oh man, should I not have jumped down here? Oh no. Oh no. The Z-axis strikes once again. Humor privilege? I deserve it though, because Plushy's my friend. And doesn't mind extricating me from situations of my own cause. I know you guys are really, really super hungry for the vindication of watching me struggling around without flying, where flying would obviously be a great boon. Plushy's here to deprive you of that. You're all just itching for me to admit that I should have done flying. But it's a social game, and I am benefiting from the social aspects. You don't get flying until you're about to leave the zone anyway. Great! So what's the point? Harder without getting carried, but congrats. True, harder without flying. That should be sufficient. If we didn't have their full attention before, we must surely have it now. Our audience with the Primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you are ready for battle. Accept the consequences of your own actions on the Z-axis. Man, fuck the Z-axis. All my homies hate the Z-axis. I swear I didn't see it until now. I swear I didn't see it until now. I wasn't just being mean. Dang it, leave me alone. I'm trying to get this for the Flying Andes. They deserve it. We are ready to go. Bird. Time to be captured. Sacrificed to a primal of undisclosed nature and undisclosed name. They're keeping this one tight-lipped. Hold, Robin. When next the Nath come, we offer no resistance. Hold. 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 Surrender. Nod. We surrendered. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your God. A little bit transparent, don't you think? They're tempered, they can't think for themselves. They're also a hive mind. They don't have it themselves. They seem eager to proceed. Very good. When they take us before their lord, leave everything to me. If what I know of summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Mark the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you are haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. Fear not, milady. I sense... Enter the inner chamber. Enter the inner chamber. This looks super like an Elden Ring cave. This is like an Elden Ring boss room. I CBA with this game, constantly copying other games.
Now we have but to wait.
That was your primal.
O Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer. Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
Conqueror of the world. Robin's mod checking. You see Robin's eyes? Look to the left.
He comes.
Look to the right. He comes. Those are pretty cool blades, gotta be honest. Holy moly.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
That's a badass.
Oh, glorious General, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Nathlands.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
And maybe also the people? I guess not.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity.
It's a little weird to say we didn't come here to make war on you after we killed that
thee so, Elezen.
glorious conquests of the Nath.
Ah, mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
True. Very astute.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons.
I feel like
Yet
Estinian
so
would
long
welcome
as they
an
remain
alliance.
embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach. Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight.
Damn. Get told.
Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Nath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
Don't you think Ishgard would kind of be okay with this? Aren't we kind of working against Ishgard's purpose by putting down this primal? The enemy of my enemy is my, you know, shouldn't kill him right now guy.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath. And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily.
Flesh?
Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold master of the blade, do accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
Still a better deal than we got from Lord Ramu, who said that if you fail, I'll exterminate all humans.
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
What moves you got, lady? Are you Shiva-ing up? No, dude. You can't Shiva up. Alright. Primal versus primal.
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Mine oath truth is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
Music! Steel bends. Steel does bend, but ice doesn't. Hailed.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
Mayhap?
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me.
You got him.
Be mortal, art thou warrior or craven?
Well, I have a Santa suit.
A warrior then? Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
But we were gonna fight. We were gonna fight. Where'd he go? Thok as Thok. Thok as Thok. Super Thok. I'm glad to fight you, mortal. Bye. Okay. Background music up, you say? I'll just turn master volume up a little bit. And background music up a little bit. Okay. Who would like to play with me? Fi and Elia and Plushy and Mizuzu and Razy and Tyr and Elia. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, friends. Need 2 healers, and then we can go. Where's Astinian? Astinian can't come here because he'll get tempered. He is susceptible to a primal's influence. It's really a good excuse. Can't argue with it. My first Heavensward trial. An insectoid beast tribe connected by a hive mind. The Nath have one collective desire. Expand their territory and prosper without fear of dragons. It was by this simple yet powerful wish that a mighty primal bent on war and conquest was summoned into existence. Bound by your promise to Vidofnir to remove this threat to dragonkind, you must now lead your companions into battle against the savage entity known as Ravana, Lord of the Hive. Looks good. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Don't worry. These people have played with me before. They know to go slow. So cool. Yeah, we could dance to this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Any dancers? Cool circle too. Up on a little battle arena tower.
To the song of ringing steel.
Oh. I thought that was gonna go the other way.
Furious as a blaze.
This is a long cast. Yeet! Thank you for the sub, Black V95. I'm guessing that he does the thing across.
Perish.
Ow. Whoa.
Bleed. Feel my blades.
I'm not entirely sure how that worked. I got hit really far away.
I am invincible!
What am I missing?
Bleed! Wilt thou yield? Take wing, ye souls of war!
I'm gonna slow DPS for a bit.
Prepare thyself!
Thanks, Bushy.
Rejoice in the glory of combat!
Whoa. phase 2. Holy moly.
Unyielding of the earth!
Oh my god.
I stand, gazing down to see the endless garden awaiting.
I wasn't supposed to do that, but I didn't know. I was curious. I recognize those swords. Oh, yikes.
Feel my blades!
Ah, feel my blades.
Perish! Like snow they fall, petals blind and true.
You don't get this.
From the seeds grow this war. Perish! Blood trickling down. Bleed! My bones. And blood trickling down. Feel my blades!
Feel my blades.
Trickling down to hide
Oh, that's pretty. Nice job, Arcadia. I don't know that I've ever seen the Sage LB3.
the storm still rageth on.
What?
The blindly march
What did you do?
Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor.
What?
I
What
lay
happened?
my blades at thy feet, child of man.
Murderers. Respectable though. Azor, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, my friends, for the exciting conclusion to the Lord of the Hive. Yeet indeed. Ah man, that sub sounds the bane of my existence in this game sometimes. Well, Ysael.
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you.
Indeed. That
For
and
all
my very
his
fine
savagery,
hat clothes.
I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
Nod. I place more than my faith in Robin, maybe I'd let you do it.
Once more you
no.
achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor.
We all need succor.
At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
Very nice. Very nice. Alright, team. After yesterday's 16-hour stream or whatever it was, ridiculous, I'm going to be a little bit lazy today. I know it's a short stream and very disappointing, but you know how it is. Old men need their rest. I'll be back tomorrow. Real quick, let me check Discord. When are we starting tomorrow? We're starting tomorrow at 1500 European time, going to 2100. 1500 European time is 3 o'clock. Okay. That's fine. So 8 in the morning my time. So I'll probably start the MSQ the same time I have been recently, which is 5 a.m. US Central, noon European Central. We'll do MSQ for 3 hours, and then we'll do Wiping the Thordan for some hours, and then we'll do MSQ some more. We continue Heaven's Word tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your